Hey guys, this is Got Bail Nick with a quick tutorial to teach everybody how to do a warrant check using free public information that's provided by the judiciary. So let's jump right into it. First of all, what you're going to want to do is open your web browser. I prefer Google Chrome. And then we'll maximize this and go ecourt kokua. When you Google that, the very first thing to show up should be ecourt kokua. And just in case you're curious, kokua in Hawaiian means help. And now here we are on the main site of the judiciary. So just scroll down to the body and click Enter ecourt kokua. You'll go into a brand new window where basically you first fill out the CAPTCHA so it knows you're not a robot. Alright, I passed. So what you're going to want to do next is go to where, if you just have somebody's name and you'd like to look into their background, click the search by person name. So I happen to have had an old client who skipped out on me, and we'll go ahead and use Ku'ule Bitonio as an example. Now, you have all these different matters regarding Ku'ule. So let's go ahead and dive in and see what we could find out. First case was, looks as though, just in case you're curious, FC means family court. Looks like we got a family court case. That's the next court date. We'll go ahead and get into the specifics of that case. And just to help you along, a lot of people know what criminal numbers or case ID numbers are. That's here right at the top, and you'll see that throughout the listing here. As you see, once again, FC, family court, criminal, and this first view is what I usually use to kind of get a thumbnail sketch of the entire case. And as you can see, here's the defendant. They'll go ahead and have the very basic bail information, and then this is like the abridged version of the notes. So you can go through that. However, when you go down a little further, you get further details. For example, here's the offense, violation of a TRO. Just in case you don't know, TRO stands for temporary restraining order. And as you go further down, you'll see the minutes. Now what's cool about the minutes is all you have to do is look at the date, and then the minutes, although they're not complete, give you more detail as to what actually happened during that appearance. And you can go all the way down and see the entire life of a case. And when you're looking for a bench warrant, basically at the absolute top, it gives you the bail status. So if somebody happens to have missed court and a bench warrant was issued, for example, this is the perfect example, there's $1,000 bail, then on another hearing, the defendant was released on their own recognizance, as you can see noted here, and then a bench warrant was issued. But then, as you can see in the next entry, the release status, they're in custody. That basically means the bench warrant, which was here, has been served and the person's in custody. They got released on their own recognizance, then another bench warrant was issued, bail was set nominally at $10, that got forfeited, then got reset to $500, and on and on. But we'll go back to the minutes. You could basically track everything that happened during the case in the minutes, as you can see here, all the way through to the latest hearing. Although the next hearing was noted on the other side, right here, where it says next event, that's the next court date. I'm actually doing this video right now, it's May 18th, so we got some time before the next hearing. But if you really want to get a good idea as to somebody's history, you got to check all the different entries, because each of these entries is a different matter. So we already checked out the first one, let's go ahead and check out the second case. Now you can see this is a different case number or case ID. So let's go ahead and get right into that. And as we can see, the first case was a family court case. This, however, is not a family court case. The defendant is being charged with arson, and if you wanted to continue your education and figure out what the legal language is that actually defines arson, you could just go ahead and Google Hawaii Revised Statutes, or HRS, and then, highlight all this, do another Google search, and then you could see what the actual legal language is to see what somebody's accused of. Here we have the thumbnail sketch of what has gone down, like preliminary hearing, arraignment and plea, the dates, the courtroom, the location of the courtroom, and as you go down, you can see there are the minutes that give you added detail as to what's going down in this case. So, as you can see, you could go through each and every entry and then get a pretty good idea if somebody has a bench warrant. Alright, so it's super important that people understand why this is such a valuable tool to utilize. First, in the state of Hawaii, it's very common for people to be arrested or just named in a police report, and then months later, after an arrest or after being named in a report, you could have a bench warrant come out for your arrest, and there's really no way for you to know that there's an active bench warrant out for your arrest. So you could use this technique to periodically check the state system and see if that bench warrant that was just pending is actually now active. So that's the very first thing. The second thing is, I'll tell you the truth, people are nosy and they want to know about, that person that they're working with. They want to know more about the person that potentially might be living with them. Sometimes they're dating a new person and they just want to go ahead and see what their criminal background is like, and that's fair game too. It's always good to go in with eyes wide open as opposed to burying your head in the sand and then being completely blindsided by what could have potentially been avoided had you just known what to look for. So I hope this helps everybody. It's a great tool to utilize for whatever your purposes are. If there's any questions, of course, you can comment below. Be sure to go ahead and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, subscribe on YouTube. All of the major ways will go ahead and make sure that you get the information that you need so that you can go ahead and live a happy, productive life. Thank you very much. Have a good day.